Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Cosma here, and today I'm going to be doing a quick sketchbook spread of Elphaba. Unfortunately, the artwork is not very good actually, so bear with me there. But other than it being kind of me just experimenting with these water-based markers and making bad art, you guys get to see kind of how I troubleshoot things, me just trying stuff out. I saw recently on YouTube that there's many ways to use water-based markers. It didn't really dawn on me that water-based markers are really just filled with ink, water-based ink. So similar to how you would use an ink pad for a stamp, that's what this is. It's just in marker form. And that never really occurred to me until recently from watching a video on YouTube about water-based markers. It's like, oh, actually, it's just ink. So you can see me kind of playing around with a water brush, kind of pushing and pulling and seeing what I can achieve in terms of adding water and using it kind of in a painterly way. As you can see, it's not great. It's not great. Using these particular water-based markers, I believe these are the Artistro. I'll have to put on screen where exactly these came from, but using these particular water-based markers in that way, I don't think is the best way to use them. You are going to see me do another illustration on the other side, or I guess on the left side of the page, where I use the markers in the way that they're meant to be used, I think, and I achieve some better results. I think that basing this with watercolors in the future would be something that would be beneficial, because what I really wanted was a lighter base to start with, like a wash of colors, and then I kind of wanted to use the markers on top of that to add detail. And I thought I could achieve that with using the water pen brush, but I didn't really get the desired effect that I wanted. I used the water brush in one way. There's many different ways to use a water brush with water-based markers. This is just one way that didn't really work for me, or it didn't really give me the results that I wanted, that I was seeing in my head, right? So I tried to, on top of the markers, kind of define some things with the crayons. The crayons and water-based markers don't really play well together, I guess you could say, because the water-based markers, they kind of saturate the paper, and although I did hit it with a hair dryer every now and then to get it dry, it just really wasn't working well. I have not tried water-based markers with colored pencils yet, so that's something I'll try next. But using them with crayons, unfortunately, I would say is a 2 out of 10. It's not totally useless, but it's almost there in my opinion. Crayons, I think, work best alone. Just by themselves, layering on top of each other, I think you can achieve some really beautiful results with crayons. But trying to use them in a mixed media way, I think, is something that I am not skilled enough to do at this point. So I'm gonna finish this picture, but just so you guys know, it's not good. It's not good. And so you get to kind of see me troubleshooting things and playing around. And when I get to the next drawing, I will talk some more about that. the other side of this illustration. So right off the bat, I'm already putting in my highlight colors and starting with the lightest color that I'm willing to use. It's kind of like a neon yellow green, and I'm just using that as the highlight colors for this illustration. And then I'm going in with her base color for her skin, and I'm keeping it super simple here because I'm trying out a bunch of like new things that I haven't done before because I don't really know how to work these markers basically. So I'm basing her skin. I'm trying to be really careful with not going over areas more than once, because if you do, then it's gonna darken the image, and it's also going to make the paper kind of pill up, which is not what we want. And so with that, I am going in again with a second layer of the base skin in the hollows of her cheeks, and then I went with a darker green as well, just to define it even more. And because water-based markers are kind of streaky, it would probably have looked a lot better if I went over with a colored pencil. But in this, I really just wanted to see what I could achieve with the water-based markers on their own. And I'll probably try this again with another spread at some point, but this was just some quick little practice that I was doing, and I was trying to achieve her kind of uniform here. But the background of it is a dark blue, and then it has light blue stripes on top of the dark blue. So that actually made it a lot harder for me to achieve with these water-based markers, because if I just base the whole thing with dark blue, then there's no way I'm going to be able to put light blue on top of it. To like get around this, I definitely could have used either some gouache on top or some acrylic markers. I have a set of 36, I think. Truth be told, I was just being lazy and I didn't want to go through all that. And plus, I wanted this to be just a water-based marker illustration. And so I went in with the light colors first, and then I just put the dark blue around it. And because of that, it looks a little wonky because there's a lot of white space. And so next time, I'll just have to stop being so lazy and go get something that will be opaque that I could put on top of the dark blue background and actually achieve what I wanted to achieve. But anyways, other than that, there's not much more to say about this other illustration. For both of these, I did her hair in like a bun type of arrangement, and instead of braids, I did twists because they're easier to draw, they're quicker to draw. And so it's not because I don't like braids, it's because they're just quicker to draw, and this is just a little sketch for some practice. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comments. If anybody has any more tips for using water-based markers and achieving a better look, then let me know in the comments and I may try it in my next video. But for now, just enjoy the music, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.